What is up, everyone? Welcome back to more of SpellForce 3 Soul Harvest. Let me do some quick leveling up here. Second chance. Catris. I forgot about this guy. How did I build him? Go 5 HP. Go combat arts. Oh, he's basically like your guy. The spender guy, but I don't think we'll be using him that much. Doing battle favor. Taunt. Shield. And I'll give him more HP. And then I think I'll give him... because he's basically like a tank. And then I think he needs Constitution. Maybe make it at least Constitution 8. He's gonna need willpower. Willpower of 3 at most. Should have 1 intellect. Dex. Critical block. Nah, strength. Yeah, strength. Alright, and then the one guy, I think he should have, cost less for his ability. And then what's her name? She also is basically like the dwarf guy. I give her Mortal Strike. Actually, Spin Attack. Spin Attack is better. Because I know you like the Spin Attack the most. Alright, let's have the Carl Brick. Oh, and we can also turn in the Dung Collector, too. Oh man, get back. Feel it. Nuts. Whew. This might be our last episode for today, by the way.
Right.
So,
depending
how long this side quest is, we'll probably just end it as us heading back to the main fortress without probably talking to the queen. Depending how long it is. Worst case scenario. Alright, so let's go talk to the dung guy. So we can go give him our dung. And then we'll go talk to the smith.
Oh, we have two quick ones.
Yeah, like I said, there's the dung guy. And then the smith.
And the smith, yeah.
Let's do the dung guy first. I'll wait for you to catch up.
I'm not slow.
Good to see you again, General.
I never thought I'd say this, but here's the dung you wanted me to get for you.
Much obliged, General. I think that should be it. Well done, General. Your dung collecting days are over.
I'll mark the date.
Alright. Alright, I got a potion. I'll be going.
Farewell.
And we got some money, so which is like not much, but we got a potion at least. And now let's head straight over to the blacksmith guy.
What do you want? Oh, it's you. You actually came.
Surprised?
Like a dog that catches its tail. All right, here's the deal then. That business in the mire made me realise something. Why should I hunt for my materials when someone like you could risk your neck instead? You bring me what I need, and I'll forge you something better than that thing you call a weapon.
And what do you need? Another wolf fang?
No, don't be so boring. I need the head of a Medusa matriarch. Bring me that, and we're in business.
A Medusa matriarch? Why in blazes do you need that to forge a weapon?
Look, if I wanted someone second-guessing my work, I would find myself a derelict. Come back with it or don't. Your choice.
I met a young dark elf by the name of Devlis. He asked me to...
Ah, that clawless cave worm. Got you to run his errands for him, Fine. I'll make the damned insignia. Normally I'd charge for this, but you did save my life. Consider us even after this. Wait here. Here you go.
This better work.
Well, if it doesn't, don't come looking for a refund.
Alright. What did we get? Money, sword, sword. What do you think? Money or sword, sword?
A sword's garble.
Alright, I'm going money. So let's go talk to this guy with the stupid insignia.
You're back. Do you have it?
Here you go. I hope your plan works. I paid a small fortune for that thing.
Oh, thank you. It will. I'm sure of it. While you're here, I do have one more favor to ask.
What now?
I need to get a letter to Keelia, my love. She grew up in the commune next to mine and was placed into endurance last year. She doesn't believe there's a way for us to be together. But now that I have the documents, we could both leave. We'd be free. Please, could you take this to her?
Okay, I'll deliver the letter.
You're doing too much for the boy, General.
Oh, thank you. I'll make the final preparations while you're gone. I can't believe this is really happening.
Alright.
Now I gotta go back to me. What is this little cat and mouse game?
Really?
Are you Keelia?
I am? Who's asking?
I have a letter for you from Devlis.
Not this again. Let me see that. We can be together. No casts, no cage, no fear. Nor's claws, he's completely lost his senses.
He believes you want to run away with him.
Why would I want that? I told him I was happy with my place in the realm, and if that meant we couldn't be together, then so be it. We each have our own roles to fulfill. I should take this to the guard. If they learn I knew about his escape plans, they'll make me a derelict. I'm not going to let him ruin my life.
What do you want? That and you'll ruin your life too. If you care about him, you'll at least wait. Which one do you think?
Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's up to you.
I'm gonna go with the first one. I think it's your. I'll just do
You
the
may
first
not
one.
want to be with him, but if you care about him at all, you'll at least wait to report him. This is his one chance at freedom.
Fine. I'll wait a day. If you see him again, you tell him I hope it's worth it.
You do care.
Please go before I change my mind.
Alright, so we got enemy creature, Enemy. Spellbreaker Talisman, Purging Talisman, Cleansing Trinket.
Do you really need these trinkets? Like, they're kind of like, if you only have one.
I don't really understand them that much. I'm not really into these things. I'm just gonna take the money. Because we could always buy the trinkets anyways, like, they're cheap.
Try to keep up.
Alright, I'm gonna go... I don't see that guy here anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to use that castle thing.
Lead on then.
I don't know how to get the key. Alright. Oh, we got level. I'm put into Dex, and now I can use my one ability.
Yeah, I don't think we have the tunnel key yet, so...
Interesting.
Yeah, nope. No tunnel key.
Now, I don't know what to put our attribution
Make it
points, so if I
good.
can do that yet.
Okay, so
But
yes,
I'm in
let's
my
see.
healing.
Let's do...
Bam! Look at that! Now that looks beautiful.
Let's do... Come on, sacrifice. And then... Not willpower. Not intelligence. Do constitution. And my guy, let's see. He needs strength. And let's do... There we go. Increase damage range. And now that I did that, now I can use that one weapon. Boom. Alright.
Yes.
I think we can just get out of here now via the world thing. So now we'll just go to the main castle and see how much dialogue we get with the queen. Oh, and we got these people to level up. Let's give her... I'll give her range as well. And then I'll give her... It should be not willpower. Let's go with Dex. Wait. Nah, Dex. And then Cat. I'm assuming I'll go in willpower because he needs extra mana. I think I'll go with the cleaver. Or I'll get... No, actually, more attack damage. This dude, he should get... Let's go with that. And then we'll give him Constitution. And then what's her name? She'll get...
So Amber Lake, blah blah blah.
Let's go Dex with her. We'll give her more attack damage. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna do the Great Keep Kingdoms Vintage.
We got this whole left side to do still.
Let me see. Okay, the Windhome one is the guy is the mithril, and the one guy who wants his son's letter.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh no,
No. I'm talking about down. If you go down all the way down to the bottom and left, there's a castle, like a city.
Yeah, Amber Lake is.
Oh no, not that way. All the way left.
Oh yeah, I know. There's a lot more places. I'm just talking about in general right now with the side quests. Right now we should focus on the main quest because we'll end up going into the side quests. Because some of those things actually have main quests with them.
Oh, let's go to the kingdom then and get this
Yeah, let's get the dialogue over
garble
with.
talking things.
For the first few days of your journey back to Greykeep, Catras is withdrawn and quiet. But the more distance you put between yourselves and the Lorrainian swamps, the more he returns to his cheerful self. On one evening, with Greykeep looming in the distance, you find him surrounded by a group of Wolf Guard soldiers and Black Company mercenaries, regaling them with wild tales of his past adventures. Even Iria, who until this point had kept her distance, shakes her head and smiles.
Alright, so let's talk with some of our characters out here.
Yes?
Alright, Alright, nope. That's farewell.
Farewell.
Good day, General.
Let's talk to this guy. Let's see.
If it isn't the puny pale skin.
Yes.
Yes?
Nothing.
I have to be going.
Yes, yes. Do as you please.
And then
Now,
let's try this
back
guy.
to work.
I found Catras hiding off in the corner.
Great view, isn't it? I have to say, Greyfell is more fun to look at than Calabrock.
Is it?
Hell yes. I mean, if spikes and chains and nails are what you're into, I guess it's pretty. Not my kind of aesthetic, though. Either way, something you need.
You and Wraith don't like each other, do you?
Well, I don't have a problem with him. He's the one dishing out the cold stares.
How come?
No, it's always been like that. I never got it, to be honest. I think it's because we're so different. See, General, Wraith has always been the silent, brooding type. He's a thinker, and for him, motivations are as important as results, even if he never tries to claim otherwise. Take what happened to his family, for example. He hates himself for it, and he thinks there's something noble about that self-loathing. Almost like a never-ending funeral rite, you could say. I, on the other hand, am not a man for regrets. I act, I reflect, and I don't look back. It's almost poetic, that.
And that's why Wraith dislikes you?
I think so, yeah. To him, I'm a primitive, selfish, drunken brute whose recklessness is the only reason he made it so far. I'm everything he detests.
Did you ever try to make up?
Yeah, recently, actually. The day after we got back from the Crimson Mire.
How did that go?
Just how I expected. He gave the right answers, nodded in the right places, but walked away with that same sullen look on his face.
And that's all? He dislikes you because he thinks you're selfish?
No, you don't understand, General. He thinks his wife and his kid are dead because he was too selfish. In his eyes, I still am selfish, and hence, in that strange and twisted way his mind works, I embody a part of his old self. I embody the reason his family's gone. But then again, I might be wrong. Maybe it's just that back in the communes, I became quite popular over the years, and he didn't. Things like that stick.
I see. This may sound a little odd, but I've been wondering. What are a mercenary leader's long-term goals? How do you plan to grow old?
Right into the deep stuff, eh? Honest answer, I don't know. I don't spend much time dwelling on these kinds of things.
Wouldn't that help?
Why? So that I can picture myself all old and saggy trying to resurrect the shriveling snake down there? No, I'll pass. The more you think about these kinds of things, the more you worry. Until I'm too weak to wield an axe and too boring to go carousing with, I don't see the point in brooding over the thought.
How's the morale of your men?
What do you mean, morale? The Queen pays us, we're happy. End of story.
Not you, though, right? You're not here for the money.
Oh, let's not do this, shall we?
Do what?
Solemn declarations of ideals, me telling you that I've changed. If my years as a mercenary have taught me anything, it's that words are worth nothing. If I had a penny for every time I told some rich fool what he wanted to hear because it got me where I wanted, I would be shitting in golden potties by now. So this one time, judge me by my actions, not by my words. Deal?
Deal. So, Catras, are you with someone?
By the Guardians, are you flirting with me, General?
Not really. No.
Not really.
I'm actually curious to see what those other lines are.
Catras,
By the Guardians, are you...
do you mind?
Why, I am shaken to my core. Here I am, an innocent nobleman, fighting the end of the world, yet all the fabled General Arev thinks about when seeing me is... canoodling.
Innocent, my ass.
You wound me. Scandals aside, though, as much as it hurts me to say it, I've never been, excited about men that way. Don't get me wrong, if I were, you'd be on the top of my list. And not just my list, but I'm just not feeling it. Sorry.
I just wanted to know. I never did that one before.
How'd you do it?
Do what? Look so dashing?
No. How do you always make light of everything? It just feels like... I don't know. Nothing ever gets to you.
Huh. Let me tell you a story, General. Once upon a time, there was a dark elven boy. Like every dark elf from Calabrook, he one day found himself on a bunk bed in a dank room cut into a cave reeking of mould, sweat and boiled cabbage. His memories were gone after drinking the brown liquid, and everything about his new surroundings terrified him. So that's also how he behaved. Eyes downcast, voice low and whispery. Like the hyenas children are, the other boys quickly caught scent of his weakness. And so only 1 week after his admission into the communes, the boy found himself surrounded by 3 other boys, demanding his breakfast ration, mushrooms and a crust of bread.
What did he do?
He handed both over, and he did the same thing the next day, the day after, and the weeks that followed. But the boys decided that merely depriving him of his food wasn't enough, and spiced up their morning visits with clouts, punches and kicks to the gut. It went on for months, until one night... the boy found himself awake in bed, so deeply terrified of the following morning that he considered giving up altogether. He knew where the overseers kept the brown liquid, and he also knew that one of his brothers had ended it in a similar fashion the year before by drinking 2 bottles of it straight.
What about Wraith? You joined the communes the same year, didn't you?
Wraith was one of those boys who compensated for his lack of muscle with wits. He made friends with some of the older boys by running errands for them every now and then. So when the boys who bullied me tried to pull the same stunt on him, 2 broad-shouldered 50ers showed up and showed them their place.
Smart.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
There are overseers in the communes, right? How come they didn't do anything?
That one's easy, because the whole idea of the communes is weeding out the weak.
Wait. You contemplated suicide? Just because the other boys beat you up?
Were you ever a child, Arev? For boys, the approval of their peers is all there is. And not only did the boy not have that, the others hated and ridiculed him. The boy had no friends, no family, no prospect of things ever getting better. All he had was fear.
But the boy didn't kill himself.
No. Because when he snuck inside the laboratories where the overseers kept the liquid, he realized something. Most of his dread was fear. The boy was afraid of the grim days that lay ahead of him. The boy didn't fight back because he was afraid of the pain they would inflict on him if he did. In short, the boy was afraid of a future that hadn't even happened.
And then?
Then he realized that even if the future and the world were as grim and dark as he thought they were, he sure as fuck wouldn't give it the satisfaction of being afraid of them. He could spend his whole life in fear. It wouldn't change a damn thing. All that mattered was action. And on that night, he had 2 choices. Ending it under the assumption that it wouldn't get any better, or wiping away those fucking tears and actually doing something for a change. The next day, when the boys came for his bread, he broke their leader's nose. They broke his hand in return, but they left. When they came back the morning after, the boy awaited them with a bottle of poison, which he threw right into their faces. They didn't come back after that. And a year later, they were eating out of his hand. What I'm getting at, fears and doubts are useless. You'll never change anything by worrying about it. Just do all you can, and once you have, fucking stop worrying. So, do I want to see Jakku stopped? Yes. Do I spend endless nights brooding over all the things that could go wrong? No. Even if my fight against Cerebral God will be my last one, I'll make sure I go out with a grin on my face.
What about Zerobi? Aren't you afraid of what's going to happen to her if she pursues her military career?
I had a feeling you'd bring that up. Yes, Erev, I am afraid. But I offered her a way out and she didn't want it. It's all up to her now. As much as it fucking hurts.
I don't buy it. There must be something you're afraid of.
I never said I wasn't. I just try to keep my fears in check, and judging by the way you perceive me, it seems to work just fine.
Fair enough. Fear can be useful, though. It can raise your awareness of dangers.
Really? Do you need to tell yourself over and over that putting your hand in a fire will burn you? You can assess the risks of a situation and act accordingly. But once that's done, focus on your actions rather than the possible outcomes.
Interesting. Thanks for sharing that with me.
Glad to be of service.
All right.
I'll be going.
So long.
All right, I'm gonna go turn in our quest down here.
What do we have here? Sounds promising. All right, then.
We got more.
More quests.
Nothing new today. Stay close.
So we got 2 more new quests, right?
Yeah.
Keep it up.
All right, let's go inside.
Interesting.
Oh, we're finally going inside?
Yeah. I just wanted to talk to that guy.
Well then, the Queen will want to report.
All right. This should probably take not too crazy long, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I'm gonna assume like 10 minutes.
What? And you thought you could just walk in here and all would be forgiven? You are a war criminal, Catras Vertarth. You helped Rondor Lacane in the Purity Wars. Regardless of what your intentions may be now, the Crown does not forget.
That may be so, but she needs me. Without me, my men, and the information I have access to, you will have a hard time tracking down those sleepers you're after. That being said, once all this is over, I'll accept my punishment, whatever it is. But for now, please let me help you. I'm trying to do good here.
Fine. You will be granted temporary amnesty until the threat has been taken care of. So will your men.
Thank you. Trust me. These technologies and new men I hired will be worth their...
Tell us what you found out about the sleepers and that masked woman.
I think you're dealing with the Dark Crescent. A group of terrorists that separated from the Exalted Father's realm. In short, they committed over 36 terrorist attacks on the public. Though they've never been caught, we know that it's a former sleeper who's leading them. A woman with extraordinary abilities, who burned down her wellspring and everybody in it, before breaking ties with the realm. She's the one you fought in that village in La.
What more can you tell us about her? About the masked woman?
Not much, I'm afraid. Sleepers are stripped of their names once they enter the wellsprings. All I know about her is that she's extremely powerful. Probably the strongest sleeper the realm has produced in a while. But who knows? Maybe that title will go to Cerobi soon. Bloody girl. Bloody stubborn girl.
Most powerful sleeper or not, she is made of flesh and blood, as we all are, and can thus be dealt with. What worries me more is that we are dealing with an extremist. This means she will probably not listen to diplomacy and reason.
Probably not, no. And as for the extremist part, keep in mind that sleepers are completely bonkers. They lack all empathy and humanity as we define it.
Meaning?
Meaning she probably thinks more like a construct. A golem, if that makes sense. Her brain has concluded that for whatever reason, helping Sir Evil God into our world is the right thing to do. And she's dead set on making it happen.
How come Wraith doesn't know about them?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Because it only just happened 3 years ago. Just when you became an exile, in other words.
How sure are you it's them?
Very sure.
Why did this Dark Crescent turn on the Dark Elven Realm? What's their agenda?
Well, that's the thing. Nobody knows. Most of their attacks seemed completely arbitrary. Sometimes they targeted members of the Soul, sometimes workers. Sometimes their only intent seemed to be to do as much damage as possible. Then again, keep in mind that sleepers, like all Dreamweavers, think differently than we do. There might be a logic in their actions that we simply don't understand. Yet.
Since you're speaking in the past tense, I assume the Dark Crescent hasn't terrorized anyone in a while.
Correct. A year ago, they just disappeared into the shadows.
To start harvesting souls for the God of Light.
But what interest would a terrorist group have in bringing the God of Light into this world?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, then at least we know who we're up against. The Dark Crescent. The question is, how do we find them?
Well, that's the problem. As terrorists, the Crescent works from the shadows, so nobody knows where their hideout is, if they even have one. But my men are on it. We'll do everything in our power to find them, and we'll let you know once we've found something.
Fine. I suppose it is the best we can do for now. You did good work, General.
Do you think the battle in the mire will have consequences? Sarobi, Catrus's daughter, said she'd report us to the realm.
May I?
Yes.
Frankly, I doubt it. On the contrary, if what the Exalted Father wanted was to get rid of the Fleshkin without the involvement of the Strength, then if anything, we did him a favor. I'll grease some palms to make sure the official reports say it was just a mercenary army.
Either way, you must be very tired. Shall we reconvene tomorrow? Frankly, I could do with a small recess myself.
I'm fine. With your permission, I could use a rest, yes? Okay. I think I'll just... Let me grab the loot from the thing first.
Rewards are kind of awful. I don't know if you want to take the gold or not. I was looking at it, it's like... Okay.
We'll do the money. I think I'll go with your permission, I could use a rest. Yes.
With your permission, I could use a rest, yes.
Good. Then the audience is hereby concluded. Let the ambassador know if you're ready to discuss further steps.
Alright. Alright. Should I talk to the ambassador right now? Or... Yeah, I'll just talk to him now. And
General, is there anything I can help you with?
Is Her Majesty free to see me? I'm ready to discuss further steps.
She is indeed. Let me inform our allies.
Well then, let us pick up where we left off. You managed to find answers to all of our questions. That is commendable. We are facing a group of rogue sleepers called the Dark Crescent, who are trying to bring the God of Light back into our world to invoke an ancient Aliani prophecy, Jakku. And apparently, Jakku depends on 4 people who the God of Light has made his tools, with or without their knowledge. Am I correct, Kayawu?
The corrupted, yes. If we stop them, we stop Jakku. At least I hope so.
Which leads us back to the big question. How do we figure out who the corrupted are? Lacane was one, that much is certain. And the masked woman, in all likelihood, is one too. But the other 2? We are still guessing. Not to mention that we still do not know if the Dark Crescent has a base of operations of sorts. And if yes, where it is.
Wraith, didn't you say you had an idea as to tracking down the corrupted?
Your men are still on the Crescent's tail, aren't they, Catras?
Like a priest chasing the hem of a virgin's skirt, yeah. But so far, all we know is that the Crescent are running around Calibrock, Greyfell and Everlight, breaking into homes and stores as though they're looking for something. All this while they're roaming the country, siphoning people for this hoard of souls. According to my reports, they raised at least 2 more villages. One in Northander, one in La.
All the more reason to find out where they are hiding.
As I said, we're on it.
Wraith, when we came back from the Howling Steppes, didn't you say you might have an idea how to...
Figure out the corrupted identities. Yes, I was just about to come to that. It's a shot in the dark, but probably our best option. Your Majesty, may I?
Please.
Good. Remember when I told you of the Tapestry of Souls? An ocean of lights in darkness, representing every consciousness. If my theory is right, these corrupted souls would look and feel different than normal ones. Anomalies. If I was somehow able to glance into the tapestry long enough, I might be able to identify them. There's only one problem. Doing this would require a great deal of magical energy.
Could we call back the other circle mages to help you?
Can we afford to lose that much time? No, I think there's a different way. The Jade Staff. It's an artifact a Hibernian prince used for his experiments. All the sources point to a temple in Old Hellu, up north. What could make this expedition even more worthwhile is that this Hibernian prince is reputed to have been fascinated with the Veil and other realities. Maybe we could also find new information about the God of Light there.
You said you noticed patterns in the Tapestry of Souls. Wouldn't you have found these anomalies before?
I didn't look for them. And considering how many souls there are on Io, noticing 4 odd ones among them by pure chance would be like spotting 4 black grains of sand in a desert.
Do you think the Hibernians knew something about the God of Light?
It's possible, considering the God of Light figures in many of Io's religions. I guess we'll see.
So we have to retrieve the artifact from Old Hellu in order for you to identify the corrupted.
Try to identify the corrupted. As I said, I can't guarantee this will work. What do you think, Your Majesty?
It seems like our best option. Go then. The Quartermaster will provide you with the resources for the expedition. And whatever you do, be careful. A Hibernian temple that's been vacant for so long is apt to be dangerous.
All right. Let's see what this guy...
General, is there anything I can help you with?
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
All right. Travel to... Okay. So we're not going to do that today. We're just going to end the episode here, I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
As always, like and subscribe as usual. We'll see you guys next time. Yeah, we're done for today. We did a lot today. So we made massive progress. We knocked out 2 side quests. Oh, we got new bounties available at the Blackboard.
Yep.
I think we should try... Should we pick them up right now?
Or just do it when you get back. We start our next thing before you leave.
Let me see. Do we have a Blackboard in here? We don't. No, let's just go pick it up. Because it might be in that area. That's what I'm thinking. It might be just out... Oh, wait. Who's this guy?
What's this?
Yes, General?
Hey, just checking in.
Oh, here we
Wanted
go.
to see how
More
you're
dialogue.
doing.
Fine. Thank you.
Fine? That's it? If something's wrong, you can tell me.
No, it's not that. I never thought I'd see beyond the Howling Steppes. It's strange.
What do you mean?
I knew it would be different, but not this different. Like here in Greyfell, there are so many people crammed together. The walls feel like a basket collecting and trapping everything. And it's so loud. How does anyone stand it?
It doesn't feel cramped sometimes.
That's right.
You'll get...
It's
Oh no, it does feel cramped sometimes.
For the
It can
Emperor.
feel confined at times, but that's when I like to get out of the city for a while. Remember what fresh air is like.
You forget what fresh air is like? Ancestors' mercy.
I imagine the Howling Steppes must be very different. What's it like living there?
Nothing like this.
That's extremely vague. You're avoiding the question.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I'm not used to conversing with outsiders. It's hard to know what to say and what not to.
We're not that different from you, actually. Aside from the preference for walls.
Yes, I see your point. It's just that we're taught from an early age to only trust our own people. Outsiders are to be avoided.
Were we the first outsiders you met?
No, others have come before. They all received my father's warm welcome.
What made us different?
You needed information about Sheogded. And, to be honest, we needed the help. It was, as my people call it, a Velden trade. Fair.
Is this related to what your father said? That outsiders only bring suffering to the world?
Yes. Although it's not personal, he means that outsiders haven't renounced violence the way the Aliani have.
So the Aliani are better than everyone else?
I didn't say that, but we're not driving the cart off the cliff, so to speak.
In that case, I'm grateful you put your trust in me.
Well, the truth is, General, I don't know you. You seem to mean well, so far, but I'd be a fool to believe in words alone.
I hope you can see me as more than an outsider. I'll earn your trust. Just follow my orders. I thought I proved myself in the Howling Steppes.
I hope you can see me as more than just an outsider or a general, Kaiawu. Maybe we could spend more time together.
Oh, yes, I'd like that. Anyway, you must be busy. Let us speak again some other time. Oh, General, I'm glad you stopped by. Do you have a moment?
Sure. What is it?
I wanted to apologize for before.
Before?
The last time we spoke. I realize I may have been kind of curt. It's just, the Aliani are forbidden from having any relationship with outsiders, even friendship.
Really? That's pretty extreme.
I suppose, but it's easy when you never come in contact with one.
Sure, but you're surrounded by outsiders now. Do you agree with that law?
I'm not really in a place to disagree. My people live and die by our traditions. With my father as chieftain, I'm expected to uphold the laws, set an example for our people.
But how do you feel?
I don't know. No one's ever asked me that before.
What happens if you break that rule?
If the chieftain finds out? Exile. Forfeiting your place in the afterlife. Our ancestors were not jesting when they made our laws.
I know the Aliani don't like outsiders, but why is being friends with one forbidden?
Well, it goes back to our teachings. Indulgence, selfishness, violence. These are the downfall of the world, but outsiders refuse to recognize this. To befriend an outsider is to befriend calamity. At least that's what the wise women say.
Thanks for telling me. I know it must be hard, being away from your home.
I just want you to know that I'm on your side.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Actually, can you spare a few more minutes? I want to show you something.
Sure. What is it?
Come with me.
Oh, okay.
The market?
Yeah. Look at this.
Where am I? Oh, okay.
What happened?
Have you never been...
Do they not have markets among the Aliani?
Very funny, General. No, I mean this herb, here. It only grows in the Howling Steppes. We use it to make a dye. When the wind picks up, the drying cloth dances in a swirl of blue. If I had to describe the Aliani as a color, this would be it.
Feeling homesick?
A little, yeah. When I left the tribe, I knew I'd have to leave the familiar behind. I didn't think I'd find any reminders of home out here. But it's also kind of amazing. I mean, here I am, far from the steppes, and here this plant is too. We both made the journey. And all the other people and spices and goods in Greyfell, there's so much here. So much I've never seen before. The Aliani never trade with outsiders. We keep to ourselves. I never knew how much I was missing.
This is a good experience for you. I'm glad you're here.
This is your chance, then, to find out what's out there.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, I should head back. Thanks for listening. You know, it's easy talking to you.
For an outsider?
Yeah, for an outsider. I'll see you later.
Alright. Now I'm gonna go to the board. Yeah, I actually never talked to that guy before, actually, in my own single-player playthrough. I never noticed him. As I was running by, I saw him. Oh, okay. Oh.
What do we have? Okay.
Here we go.
No problem.
Yep, some new quests. Alright. Without further ado, as always, like and subscribe as usual. See you guys next time.
Alright.
Oh, you're ending your video? Okay, I was like...
Yeah. Over here.